Race 7 of the match. Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli, Emirates Team New Zealand. Luna Rossa have port entry, Emirates Team New Zealand have starboard entry. And you've got to think, who can make a statement today?
Nobody has yet. 3-3. The score line tells the story. That's all we need to know. I've asked 50 people this morning, starting early down here on the viaduct, pretty much randomly walking up to strangers, asking anybody who would want to talk, who's going to win today? Well, if you had a Kiwi accent, it was pretty predictable. But anybody without a Kiwi accent, everybody said 1-1, Nathan. Nobody's going to stick it out there at this stage.
Well, why would you? They've gone 1-1 so far every race, and weather looks pretty similar. I know Freddie's saying there's a few more shifts up there, and let's hope that we can see some passing in these races. But I think once again, it's going to come down to these starts. Who starts best is going to dictate racing today.
Most importantly, you are seeing boats sailing. We've got a race day today.
This is the race committee. The wind sampling is complete, and this race will start on schedule.
We are a go for race 7 in the match of the 2021 America's Cup on course E, the back paddock. And Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli will have port entry. Remember, it's a coincidence when you can win, according to Francesco Rudy, coming in on board.
Last two race winners came in from the starboard side, so I think we've kind of shook that one, at least for the time being, until the port entry maybe wins another 5 in a row or something. But I think that one's been put to bed, at least for now. I think with this breeze, Nathan, we're going to see a little more feisty attitude from all these guys in the pre-start. Time to start jockeying around a little bit more, maybe not be so predictable.
Well, that's a good thing. With a little bit more breeze, it means it's easier to stay on the foil, so the boats become a little bit more alive, a little bit more dynamic. You can spin the boat faster, you can really accelerate your competition. What we saw 2 days ago was very light wind, and the boats were just fighting to stay on the foils and stay alive. A bit more breeze, the boats are happier on the foils, you can go into more of an attack mode.
There's one person that likes to attack, and that's the pitbull, Jimmy Spittle, along with Francesco Bruni. They pretty much have got their starts right, apart from race 6. We could be picky and choosy, but they do like the way they start. There haven't been too many technical issues. There's probably been quarters and flat going the way we go. They had the entry at 2 minutes and 10 seconds into this 7th race. And then the starboard boat, which will be Emirates Team New Zealand,
will go a little bit downwind after the entry.
2-minute mark. Port entry now. Luna Rossa, Prada, Pirelli. Emirates Team New Zealand can come in at the 2-minute mark. And then the fun begins.
Nice angle there, about 3 boats above, or 2 boats above here. 3, 2, 1.
What you see in front, the bottom is the same.
It's just quite a bit bigger jib on the Luna Rossa boat, Nathan, than the Kiwi boat right now. Really one of the only real noticeable differences.
Yeah, that's a really good pickup. That's an indication on maybe one team thinks the wind's going to bend a little bit, but again, I still think, look at this start, you know, Team New Zealand here are really trying to put a bit of pressure on them, trying to block the jibe here, or at least thinking about jibing inside here. Let's follow to see how they go. There they go.
Up, jumping them and getting back early. Let's listen on board.
Board out on the breeze. 2, 1, board. Yep, 2 board. He's still 2 boarding here. And he's slow. He's pushing. Happy to push there.
Spot here.
24 on pin. Just behind you there. Taking off. Yeah. Still a bit. Go here, Pete. Your call.
You can come up if you want. You can come up if you want.
He's up now. One board in.
From up here.
We'll be able to take off in a little bit, but he's flying, 1 board in, 2 boats.
Quite early and actually being slow there for a second actually was a benefit to the Italians. They got a nice little gap. Burling's going to have to bear away at some stage.
He's still holding up.
Just keep the gap for wide right. Yeah, nice.
We got a
You can see a big gap between the boats. Wide right for Italy here.
Here comes the slingshot move for Spithill.
He pushes now, 4 boats on a happier and breeze now.
Boats over the line right now, having to do a big barrel to get going. It's all about the slingshot here.
Up now.
Smoothly up.
Board up. Happy?
Here's the slow.
outspeed us. Half a bit,
He is slow.
America's Cup match, we're at 3 Anyone make a big move today?
Not for the wind with the...
We are faster than I
Yeah,
am.
Nathan, right at the end,
all about the
actually
build here,
slowed the boat down a bit and got it tight. Is it tight
no one
enough
up.
to be able to fend off their position as they head towards this for the first time?
Well, it got tight and a little luff starting to come in.
He's going for a
But
left.
Luna Rossa
We're
were
going
over 5 minutes faster than gun, and look at this. Peter
Yes.
Running goes for the Jimmy Spill
Yes.
response, and
You
now
can
all of a
build
sudden,
more if you want.
Jimmy's pressing. You
Pressure.
can hear
we're faster.
press.
Faster here.
Clear win for Luna Rossa in that start.
Just build
for the
single.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
We go early. We go early.
Transitioning to... Here he goes.
Really
I build
similar
out this.
setup to race
Yes.
1, Nathan, except it was a flip-flop. It was the other way. It was the Kiwis starting the race so much quicker than the Italians. This is exact flip-flop, but really similar pattern to race 1.
Match it up.
Okay,
Okay, good.
big pressure on our
He's in a tough spot there on the
Yeah,
hip of Luna Rossa.
No
Luna
worries.
Rossa have this high mode. They can sail
Coming up
high
a
and
little bit
slow
more.
to the wind. Emirates Team is in
Guys,
there
he's
going to try
clear,
and hold
but,
as long
he's
as they
paying.
can. But while this is happening, the meters are just growing.
Yes, we
You
can
can
go
see
in.
Luna Rossa just slowly
Trying to go
inching
next
ahead.
pump.
Surely we're going to come
Okay,
down to
generally
you for that
left,
start.
more
Any
pressure.
thoughts on how that played out? You know, it's a
Think it
big
can come on.
gain all of a sudden for Jimmy Spittle and Luna
Yes,
Rossa.
left still, probably more to
Yeah,
come.
well played by Jimmy. I mean, they came back with so much time, more than 2-1 on the clock, and really did well to hit that line on time. A good half a knot or 1 knot quicker than the Kiwis. Really well done. And tiny differences. What we're seeing now is how that tiny difference just grows and grows. Like Freddie said, I like this left-hand side. It looks good and solid. The breeze is increasing actually as they get up the course all the time.
Freddie, we see that Luna Rossa is shutting down this race course right from the start. Exactly the pattern that they've shown the entire regatta here so far. They might have actually let the Kiwis right off the hook on that one. What do you see from up
More
above?
pressure on the left.
Yeah, much like the last time I was up in Heli 1, there's much better pressure up the left-hand side. The interesting thing is here is that the Kiwis are keen to engage Luna Rossa in attacking Jordan. We know that's a big strength of the Italians, and they've far more attacks in the bottom half of the speed than we've seen previously. I'll be interested to see what the next move is from Emirates Team New Zealand. Have they just got their air clear forwards? This game is changing very quickly from the Heli.
Look at the speed distances they go across here. This leads inside 70 metres. They've been consistently a couple of knots quicker. And Luna Rossa didn't tack directly on the front of them. They actually gave him some breathing space to lure.
They didn't mean to. I think it just all happened so fast. Let's see if they hit it right away.
Okay, forward. No wide, I think. That's covered.
Yes, yes.
And then a match race broke out. You know, just tight. If you were the Italians right now, at least if I were on the Italian boat, I'm thinking that boat behind me is really fast. I'm just going to sit here and watch. They're going to have to really work to get through.
I think when we see the meters get inside 50, that's when the danger zone starts to begin for Luna Rossa. Outside of that, they're still comfortable, but at some point up this beat, they've got to tack on their face and they've got to give them disturbed air. Otherwise, New Zealand are going to keep closing this lead.
Nice pressure on here.
2, 1, boat down.
Firing now. Fire.
Turning. My trouble.
Got a build angle, maybe?
Maybe high build here.
Yeah,
Maybe
already. Yeah, I'm already doing it.
Can also take it a little bit.
So I think it's going to have to be an early jibe or...
Yeah, it's 50-50. I think he will take better way.
Yeah.
But I think we need to go straight.
Nice. Get in, club, eh?
The pressure here on the...
I think we need to go straight because otherwise he will do it.
Yeah, I think we have some time before the jibe, but not too much.
First time in race 7 of the 2021 America's Cup match, and it's tight, but Luna Rossa are leading the way, but it's not a huge margin. Look who is right on their hammer. That's Emirates Team New Zealand. As Kenny Reid said, this is a match race.
Race following. B2, 1 way go. 5, 3,
Small margin as they head downwind.
Very interesting discussion as they approach that mark about which mark to take. Francesco Bruni, Jimmy Spittle talking about which mark to take. They thought Emirates Team New Zealand were going to attack and go to the other mark. Clearly, Freddie, on the left-hand side of the course, the breeze is stronger, and Emirates Team New Zealand followed them round, but they've jived and got to that side quicker.
Yeah, and Nathan, I'm amazed by that as well. The left-hand side, particularly at the top, is strong. And Emirates Team New Zealand, my takeaways from that first upwind, a slightly smaller jib, and their jib slams and their re-accelerations were better than Prada's on that first upwind, and it negated the tack advantage that we've seen previously in this America's Cup. This is a very interesting moment on the race. I'm seeing the Kiwis in better pressure right now.
Almost picking more. Lovely.
Well, Stephen, I mean, there's definitely more breeze at the top of the course, and I agree with Freddie. I was just watching the speeds coming off the boat. When the Kiwis got rumbling, they were, 1.5 to 2 knots faster. There's a lot of breeze in the middle of the course. I mean, I think the Italians are kind of all right, but absolutely quite a lot of risk letting the Kiwis get to the favourite side.
Of all downwind legs so far, I would give this one to the Italians so far, whether it's breeze strength or maybe some tweaks to the boat, but they've actually gone quite well because let's face it, the Kiwis have been really fast in all the in the races in the past.
Yeah, exactly right, Kenny. Initially they were gaining it out of those jives, but then all of a sudden, midway through the run, maybe they sailed out of that pressure as they got to the boundary, and then it was Luna Rossa's turn. Racing's often a bit about your turn, my turn. Luna Rossa driving fine if they continue on here, but without doubt, Luna Rossa are holding their own on this downwind.
They're letting them go, I think, right now because they'll probably try to work the geometry of the race course and go for one and in. They possibly could just do one more maneuver and get into that bottom gate. Let's see if that pans out.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be gaining for pressure here.
I guess the thing that's in my mind is the bottom
I
right
also
side.
looking
Freddie
behind
was saying
for
the
sure all the
soft
pressure is
bottom
here,
right,
guys.
which would lead you to want to do a right-hand turn, go out to that left-hand side of the course. Freddie's it's still looking soft in that bottom right corner, or is Luna Rossa going to potentially go the wrong way here?
Yeah, that's definitely still a feature on the race course, Nate. Bottom right, where the Kiwis are heading right now, is looking a little bit softer. You want to be getting out to the left-hand side of this race course, and to be honest, since the start of the race, the left-hand side looks better than it did earlier on, so it's all about the left-hand side here.
2. Forward.
That's the case if Freddie's right, and we're going to have probably see Prada turn into attack pretty quickly and do this maneuver that they call the JK, which is essentially around the mark and just roll right into attack. Kiwis didn't get further behind in that exchange, but there will be a split. Let's see if Luna Rossa counters with a quick tap around this mark.
Okay, my trap.
3, 2, 1,
Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli heading into the gate at the bottom for the first time. And it was a good downward leg for the Italian challengers. They head on the start of leg number 3 of 6. Not too far behind, in come Emirates Team New Zealand.
Very controlling, very aggressive move by the Italians right now. I didn't see that coming. Forces the Kiwis, even though the Italians lost a little bit of distance there, forced the Kiwis into a move right away. So they had to get out of the disturbed air of the Italians.
3, 2, 1.
So now Luna Rossa are in where they want to be. They want to be on this left-hand side. We've been talking about looks windy on the left-hand side, so they couldn't go with Emirates Team New Zealand. That round up into attack is such a powerful move, so they've had to give them a little space, a little leverage. Any right-hand shift right now, Emirates Team New Zealand are back in this race. If they get a nice tack, could be a port starboard situation coming up, and it looks like we've had a lead change, but a lead change isn't confirmed until they make the cross.
More pressure on our left.
Yeah, when it attacks, I think we need to protect left if we can.
Yeah, little lighter here, Gecko, little lighter.
Copy.
On constantly 2 or 3 knots faster on the New Zealand boat. Every time I look at the speeds, they're 2 or 3 knots faster. It doesn't look like they're off.
It's slowly coming up, maybe.
Definitely crosswind right now. Might get better at the end though.
To it.
Nice going, us. Fine.
Kiwis on starboard, Stephen.
Crosswind at the moment.
The rights.
Gonna have to attack the leeward. Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Pull down. Pull down.
Yeah.
Hit the face on.
Okay, my rudder.
Slowly winding up past there.
Crossing.
Lot faster, us. Please happy to gauge up a little. Take some gauge now, just for the safety. Already high. Got to check out or not.
Big win in this race. If
Still slower. You called it,
convert this into a pass, and it'll be our first pass.
And we're matching his tech now. 25 to
Easy
boundary.
pass right now.
Get the speed. We start trimming up on high mode here.
They're faster, they're faster.
3. Gonna attack behind. Pull down. Here we go. May get a hook here.
Fast mode, yeah.
Yeah, fast mode. Normal mode. Won't get
down
it.
here. All good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
No worries.
Tiffany's good.
Really good, folks.
Josh,
A lead change.
He's still slow and okay. Happy to keep pressing if you want to keep pushing your shit. Just want to ride it again. Okay, keep pressing.
You bet that crowd's happy.
The bottom line, Nathan, is we saw it on the first beat, and we've seen it again. The Kiwi boat is ripping upwind. It is going really fast. We have not seen these speed advantages to either boat yet. This is big.
Yours cover. Just very good. More pressure to build here, boys.
3, 1.
Want to hit. Okay. 2, 1.
Good job, boys.
Turning. Forward. Really nice. 70 again. Big push. Big crash.
Straight here, boys. No straight.
Keep pressing if you can. Straight out. Yield to Lewis. Get down to angle. Transition.
Nathan, we've talked a lot about the fact that when the Kiwis get behind early, they kind of stay there. They don't really fall back very far. Typically a sign of a fast boat. Let's see if the Italians can do the same here. They fell behind quickly to this 100 meters, but they appear to be kind of hanging in there right now.
Are we going to get some here or does we just go on?
What do you see from like a sail twist and anything that you can see from boat to boat that's really, it really shows a big difference right now?
Okay, Kenny, you
We'll
nailed
do
it at the
two
top of the
quick
show.
checks, boys.
What's the difference between the last time we saw him in 10 knots and today? And it's the size of the sail. The Kiwis are on their J2, the Italians are on their J1, and once the Kiwis are up and ripping, they're just dragging length sailcloth through the air, and that's why they go faster on this upwind.
Fred, it also looks like Team New Zealand attacking more efficiently today. Do you think that smaller jib, less flap when it taxis, less drag, and that could be helping their attacking performance?
Exactly that, Nate. The power unit on board the boats, the grinders who are in the jibs and on the winches. The Kiwis have got less sail to snap in, so effectively you get your new flying shape quicker, and that's why they've negated the tacking advantage that we've seen from Luna Rossa in the first 6 races.
You guys, the Kiwis are smoking right now. 4 knots BMG. That is a big
Sorry, man. Stay on board, let me happy left. Nice place there, good pressure at the mark as well. Zero on heel, please. Sorry.
Closing in on the halfway stage of race 7. And for the first time in this race, Emirates Team New Zealand lead Luna Rossa around the top mark.
3, 2, 1, away you go.
They trailed by 10 seconds.
What do you want to do with your jobs?
Have to dive with him, they've converted that into a larger lead at the top gate on the upper leg.
Yeah.
Just getting to the mark.
2, 1, all clear.
19 seconds. The drag race now continues.
Let's go on board with the Italians. Let's see if there's panic in their voice or control right now. That was a depressing leg if you're an Italian fan, unfortunately.
Yeah, we just hold here for now.
Yes, yes. Performance.
you want to go have a look, Killer? See if there's anything to loot?
You're down there on the water.
Try
You
it.
just witness what happened on an upwind. What's the atmosphere like, and how does it feel out there?
Nice little lefty here.
Max left here and pressure above us.
It feels like a massive moment. I mean, the Kiwis have
And also
shown
the bottom seems solid in front.
of a turbo, and I think they just demonstrated that. They seem to have modes that can go low and fast, and not just a little bit faster, a lot faster.
He's
So when
hitting
they
the
need to
boundary
hold
there.
high, they've got that as well. I mean, really impressive. They also look like the whole rig looks more upright, and I know that's controlled in the rules, but even the way they're sailing upwind, bow down, break forward, it looks really powerful and neat. Very impressive.
Aboard the Kiwi boat with the brain trust.
Happy to not go too far this way though, please. Hang on lay line if we can, but how far's lay? 20 seconds? Yeah. We still got breeze this way, man. Happy with that. Happy on lay.
Shirley Robertson on chase by 1/4 the afterburners, didn't she? Well, she called the turbo. Feels like the afterburners.
Go right on it, I think so.
For the first real time in a tight race, and you were seeing Emirates Team New Zealand live up to this billing of being a quick boat.
There were all those pre-race rumors, all the whispering of 3 and 4 knot speed differences at times. You know what? We've seen 3 or 4 knot speed differences this race, which is incredible to me, actually.
What stands out, just looking at it from a layman's perspective, how quickly they have opened the course up.
Possibly an early sack out of it just for the ship.
We'll round this gate and let's talk a little more about the sail size with Fred.
Get her all the way up. Yeah, I think we copy. Wait till he's around and then take.
Just take a look at the heart rates of those grinders like Stephen Bergs and look at Simon Van Velden. A cyclist or rhino sitting at 174.
He's driving on our line now. Okay, change this thing now, Pete.
Emirates Team New Zealand straight for the, you might say, the centre of the bullseye of the bottom gate to complete leg number 4 of this 7th race in the match 2021 out on course E on the Hauraki Gulf. Swinging around, you might say, get up on that under leg, and suddenly the New Zealand flags fly high on the America's Cup Village.
Does anybody work around here?
It's a Monday. It's the America's Cup. Work short.
Boundary, thanks. Yeah. Pretty skewed course in this thing now, obviously.
Coming up.
Leg 4 has proven to be a monster leg
now
for Emirates Team New Zealand. Luna Rossa Prada Cup go around 29 seconds adrift. Still starting. This is the first lead change in the race.
Yeah, Freddie, it looks like a big left-hand shift too. A lot of port tack to this beat. That actually plays into the Kiwis' hands as well, doesn't it?
Sailing out mode. Had him on the way back.
Exactly that, Ken. Left-hand shift is rotated through about 15 degrees to the left, so it makes it harder for Luna Rossa to try and find an overtaking lane. As I said, Kenny, you nailed it at the top of the show. It's all about the J2 versus the J1 here. The jibs have very small operating windows. Anything under 10 knots, you want to be on the J1. That's what Prada are on. Anything between 10 and 12 knots, you want to be on the J2. That's what Emirates Team New Zealand have been on that second upwind. The breeze was between 10 and 12, and they cashed in that really good jib call.
For everybody back at home, it may seem strange. Sorry, Shirley, just one second, just on that jib call for a second. Every other boat that we sail in the world, we try to pile on as much sail area as possible and hike the boat flat, and that's a good thing. These boats are completely different. They need enough sail area essentially to get them out of the water, and then the smaller the sails, the better, because the efficiency, the drag of a bigger sail totally outweighs the size difference. You want to get small as quickly as you can in these foiling boats. You got apparent wind speeds of 50, 60 knots.
DMG seems a little bit for him, but it's all
Shirley,
good.
what do you see?
Almost lying top arrow. Yeah, I think we're still right.
Kenny, I was just going to add, I don't think it was an easy decision pre-start because it was a race course with two very different wind speeds. 12 knots at the top. We saw even down to 8-9 knots at the bottom. So it was a difficult call to make. Do you go powerful for the all-important start, or do you think about later on in the race? To me, we're just motoring up here with both boats. The whole sail plan of the Kiwi boat just looks further forward, like they've less rake. But I know in the rules, I've said it before, I know in the rules that's constrained, but somehow the way they're sailing, it just looks, the whole plan looks different to the Italian boat.
So the lead now sitting at 400, closing 500 metres. Question now, Luna Rossa, Prada Cup. What have they got? What can they do?
3 or 4 knots, you got nothing. If your opponent's going 3 or 4 knots faster, which they consistently are, but still, nothing's changed here since that pass.
Yeah, I've been watching that VMG number quite a lot, and to me it seems like the wind's just clicked up a tiny bit. J2 has unlocked this speed that people have been talking about for a long time. And up until today's race, we've never seen him go down to this coda jib. I know we keep hammering on about this point, but this is the boat speed that people have been talking about from Team New Zealand for a long time, and now it's just over that threshold. The speed is there, and they've got the angle back there on the breeze, and they're going same angle, but 3 knots faster.
There was chatter though pre-race today that these were perfect conditions for Luna Rossa. This would suit Luna Rossa. 11, 12 knots, perfect for them. Why? Why are we seeing what we're seeing?
Well, it could be as simple, Freddie called it up top, and Shirley just confirmed. It could be as simple as a jib call. Sail choice matters.
Time to get it. Keep pressing. Happy down a couple if you want. Nice. Just sing out whether you want a fairway jog or copy. If we go to boundary here, we'll probably lay. 7 away. Probably better. Happy to fairway jog.
Emirates Team New Zealand around the top gate for the last time in this 7th race of the Emirates Cup with a sizable lead on Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. That brings the smiles out all over the Wynyard Court of the America's Cup Village and around the rest of the country, but still a long way to go.
This skewed race course, Nathan, it really eliminates passing lanes, doesn't it? Look at, they're almost fetching all the way down the course. This breeze has gone dramatically to the left. They're just about laying it. Looks like on the Kiwi boat, that means that literally there is no passing lane at this stage.
Stand by, boys. Your wheel.
Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli now need to fight. And we're thinking about why what went wrong in this race. A strong start by anyone's stretch of the imagination. And they nailed it. And look now, they're trailing by 48 seconds.
Stephen, we've been talking about mistakes made, and that's what's going to lose these races. And Team New Zealand made the first mistake in this race. They didn't execute that start well. They came off the line a little bit slower, and Luna Rossa had the advantage. But if you look at the next mistake in the race, there was that bottom mark rounding. Team New Zealand rolled straight into attack. Luna Rossa didn't go with them. They didn't defend. They left a little bit of leverage open. That allowed Team New Zealand to put the hammer down and use their boat speed. I don't know if the breeze shifted right or not, but they definitely just used the speed, sailed around the front of them. And that's where the lead change occurred. So 2 mistakes in this race is the difference between 1 in every other race so far.
Let's head down to Chase Boat 1, Shirley Robertson. This will be the first time that Emirates Team New Zealand have gone back-to-back in the match. How big a deal psychologically for this team now?
This is a massive deal, Stephen. I mean, not just for the team, but for the shore team as well, and for the fans at home. I think they've known that they had the potential to have, really, really good speed, but have been frustrated, been unable to show it. But today, it's like they're in a different boat. They've had the freedom to really put the pedal down, and goodness, that's massive speed difference. Pretty much unstoppable in these kind of winds. So impressive.
Look at the VMGs here right now. It's 5-knot VMG difference between the two boats, and that lead is slowly just ticking away and growing.
Quickly, we talked, Shirley just said it's huge psychological bonus for Emirates Team New Zealand. A win like this, the last race that Emirates Team New Zealand won was 1 minute and 41 seconds. They're going to win healthily this time. Let's be blunt. Is this a bit of a body blow for Luna Rossa?
Well, it must be. I used to sail with my old friend Peter Eisler, and he used to say, sail like your boat's faster. It changes your mentality. It changes how you set up on the starting line, changes how you try to control the race course, and it's a big bonus if you really think your boat's better.
Emirates Team New Zealand in a match that featured the first pass of the match win race number 7, and they take a lead. They go up 4-3. That matters.
Yep. Sorry, I might have started the sequence.
Follow on, my boys.
Impressive, Nathan. You gotta be a little nervous right now, at least in this wind strength if you're an Italian fan. You're just hoping like crazy that it was the bad jib call that got you in this situation. You know, in races 1 and 2, it was almost the same wind strength, and we didn't see this big a difference.
Stand by, boys.
Absolutely. You know, I think Luna Rossa right now are hoping that when they put the smaller jib on for the next race, which they will, that the speed comes back and these boats go even, and it comes back down to the starting execution once he gets this. That was impressive, I think, to sail around a boat like that. Wow.
We're going to
Luna
jibe
Rossa,
again and
Prada
go
Cup will
for the next
complete
one, boys.
race number 7. And they will now
2,
trail
1, more down.
by 1 race. It's
Just eagle out of
4-3
this,
in
lads.
favour of Emirates Team New Zealand. But we know one thing about this Italian crew. As Francesco Bruni has said, we will keep fighting hard. We've got a shot at winning this. Confirmation of race 7 of the match in 2021. Emirates Team New Zealand with a 58-second victory over Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.